You feel like you forgot to do something. Probably just, you have a bad feeling. Come on, Sam. You're just making a mistake. Only 4 days left. Wait a second. Didn't we have 5 days left? As a matter of fact, something seems to be missing from the apartment here. And welcome back to Let's Play Look Outside. Now, I just wasted some time in order to advance to the next day, but I forgot to do a critical thing, and we're about to find out the consequence of our action for forgetting to water Helen's plant. Now, when exploring the apartment, if you have forgotten to water Helen's plant, there is a chance that something rather undesirable could happen as you are prowling around. So, you guys hear something? Sounds like snipping. I had to edit ahead a little bit because this is a random encounter, but where? Sounds like it's getting closer. Helen? Oh no! I think Helen is a little displeased that we forgot to water her plant. Now, if you go check out the door, you will just find that the door is locked, so we're left with nothing to do but take out Helen. At this point, Helen is permanently hostile. She is not a fan of Sam anymore, which I can't really say that I blame her, so unfortunately, no way to really resolve this situation except with violence. Now, if you want to avoid this, you should, of course, make sure to water Helen's plant. As you can see, as we damage her, her mask begins to crack. She is not doing very well against the razzle-dazzle from, Marc-Andre there, and once the mask is cracked, Helen will have her face exposed, and she will attempt to inflict her usual ailments on Sam. Not to much effect, unfortunately for her. So, yeah, we are pretty over-prepared for Helen. She is pretty overmatched here, but her rampage can potentially be dangerous if you get this quest much earlier in the game and you screw it up. For us, this is just a bump in the road, really. She doesn't really have that much health left. Ooh, wow. That was a pretty impressive strike there. Unfortunately for Helen, the maniac collapses to the ground, and we obtain her gardening shears. Helen's cleaver was found, as well as her hockey helmet and her hoodie. Feel kind of bad. But if you resolve Helen's character quest this way, you can get access to her shears. Do I even... Yeah, Aster can equip it. I was like, am I even using anybody who can equip this thing? But yes, the gardening shears here. A piercing type weapon that they've seen use, but are incredibly sharp. Any interesting skills on this? Let's see. Just rapid thrust, coup de grace, skewer, all the stuff you'd normally expect from a piercing type weapon. Obviously, we don't want to make that mistake, so let's wind the clock back a little bit. I've taken care of the daily rigmarole here, so let's get into something that I want to start working on. Now, the first thing I'd like to take care of is that Sophie is going to be showing up at noon today. So that we can get her recruited, I'm just going to kill some time in the apartment. Now, I have a couple things I want to get into within the scope of this video, but we have another thing we need to set up for. I forgot to grab something. One moment. We actually need to pop into Frederick's apartment real quick for something that I didn't really have the opportunity to grab. Honestly, I haven't really done too much with this place in general, because I already covered the interesting difference in this place on Cursed Mode. There is one other notable difference on Cursed Mode regarding Shadow Fred here. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. Yeah, I'm not in a screaming mood right now, so we'll just leave him to it. But Shadow Fred comes with 2 Shadowlings. Sadly, there is still no reward for getting Shadow Fred to be the final remaining Frederick. He is just the same as he has always been in that regard. He will not even acknowledge that you have made him the real Frederick. The real reason that we're coming here is for what's right past Shadow Fred, Honko's Grand Journey. This game otherwise teaches you the fairly unremarkable skill Cash Sock that deals damage based on the amount of money you have, costing you 5% of it every time you use it. Not very desirable on Cursed Mode. But, as a general change to the game, there's something else that happens with it when you play through it. Heading over to the game shelf with our newly acquired Honko's Grand Journey, we're going to start working our way through this game, and we will want to finish it before the game that we're actually playing, Look Outside, is over. So, let's just get into this. Honko. Honko's Grand Journey is a cute seafaring adventure game where you play as a little pink orb guy trying to rescue his family. Seems like it's about pirates. Oh no, Honko's kids have been kidnapped by pirates. You have to sail the seas searching for clues on where to find them. It often involves treasure maps or ship battles. The gameplay is fairly simple, but the exploration is fun. Joel is familiar with the Honko character. Apparently he's got a popular cartoon show and has been in a few more games. This game is kinda fun. And 2 hours will pass. And no knocks at the door yet. The other person who will be showing up while we're playing this game is the food trader. I may as well scope out what they're selling. We've passed the point where it's really profitable or even useful to kill the door vendors. I may still kill the gun trader if he shows up, just because a free combat knife really can't be turned down. But the rest of them aren't really worth it anymore. You find a buried treasure map that leads to an ancient Mayan temple in the jungle. An X marks the spot, revealing your kidnapped son, Burlap. You rescued your first child. You hand the controller back and forth with Joel, who enjoys the game. It's pretty simple, but he especially likes the sailing parts. The game is kinda fun. And with that, we should be getting our first knock on the door, so let me just scope out what the food trader is selling real quick. The food trader is actually selling a couple of interesting items. One of them is the chef's knife I've already bought, just because that gives me more options for inflicting bleed. But I'm also going to buy as many chalky bars as I can afford with the money that I do have, because of an interesting property chalky bars have. I've been reading up on the game's bugs, and while items like cola, beer, whiskey, all that stuff is supposed to restore Sam's energy and allow him to go longer without sleep, due to a bug, the only item in the game that actually accomplishes this is the chalky bars, so we may as well buy a couple of those and allow us to go without sleep for even longer. Yeah, there's a bit of a error with the variable that's set for what most sleep abating items, or the stat that they try to restore, they just point to the wrong value entirely that actually results in nothing happening. Not the chalky bar, though, so binge chocolate if you want to stave off sleep. After a long ship battle, you finally manage to catch Blackbeard, who kidnapped your son, Gilfio. You duel him on the deck of his ship until he falls off the plank. You've rescued another kid. You've built up a good system with Joel. He handles the sailing, you handle the dueling. You're not exactly sure how he does it, considering his face and everything. This game is kind of fun. And there we go with our stats once again. And there is our knock at the door. Once again, Sophie showing up, so we'll get her into the party and get to work on some of our daily tasks. Making some food real quick while I'm in the apartment. And I actually did want to mention, I've been reading up a bit, going back to how I've been reading up on bugs, something funny about the cooking. If you've been paying attention to the values we've been getting from cooking, you've noticed that it's weirdly high, especially what you might be used to seeing if you played on survival mode. That is due to another bug that results in an unintentional hard mode perk. Each difficulty is supposed to have different multipliers or formulas to determine how much healing cooked meals actually give your party, and for whatever reason, in cursed mode, it runs its own formula, which is obviously the lowest of any formula in the game, but it also runs the formula for explorer mode, the highest, and then multiplies the results together, giving you way better healing on cooked modes in cursed mode, resulting in an unintentional hard mode perk. Hey, I have no problem taking advantage of that. Sam, Sophie keeps stealing my food. I think we've already seen this one, but we know that the kids are fighting. Come on, Joel, you have to share. You sound just like my mom. I realized taking care of kids was going to be this hard. Speaking of kids, we've got Sophie at the party. I've just given her all of the useful equipment that she can utilize, and it is actually unfortunate that we're not going to be seeing too much of Sophie, because we are going to be turning her back over to her mother pretty soon. Not that we can't use her at that point, but any ability for her to function at this stage of the game has kind of exhausted itself. But Sophie has had some reworks done to her, giving her some more interesting mechanics, particularly revolving around her slingshot, which, fortunately, since you're still able to add her to the party and her nightly routines still run, even if you return her to her mother, we'll be able to go over those in due time, and possibly even with what's about to happen here, because we have to check on Pierre. Speaking of daily tasks, I do just want to address in the last video, I forgot to play Mazes and Wizards. I got too caught up in exploring the glitch dimension, and I wouldn't have been able to leave the apartment after playing the Mazes and Wizards session, so I just decided to keep on going through. Fortunately, there's only 5 sessions altogether, and we still have 5 days left. Only need 4 days left to finish the campaign, so we should be able to advance that before this video is over, and finish it within the scope of this playthrough. But that's neither here nor there. We've got Pierre to talk to. Hello again, my scaredy friend. I think maybe I could help you a bit. So are you ready? Okay. What do you got for me, Pierre? Okay, it's time. I didn't think I would ever show you this, but you've been doing so well. I think you can take it. Unless, I mean, what do you think? Are you up to it? Do you want to see a real clown? There's no going back after that. Okay. Show me a real clown. Alright, here goes. It'll feel good to finally get to stretch out a bit. Could you close your eyes for just a moment? It's a little embarrassing to do this in front of everybody. Okay, hang on. I'm stuck! Hang on! Oh, wait, no, I got it. I'm fine. Alright, okay, you can look. Be strong. Alrighty then. I don't have enough room to fully come out here, but this will do for now. Baby steps. So, how are you feeling? You look a bit off. Kill it! Wait, what? What's wrong? Hey! And yes, we are thrust immediately into a battle with Pierre. Sam has just lost all capacity for reasonable thought here. So Pierre has 2 sections to his body. The main body, which is just a hellscape of clownery, and then his clown tail. I forget if this fight ends if you defeat either or of these, but we will just get to work on taking out the main body here. We will, of course, have Spider, just spam black hole. Helen will go for hack and slash. We're gonna have Sophie go into hiding. I do have a bit of an understanding of Sophie's mechanics here, or better understanding since I last used her. First off, Sophie has the unique trait of having 30% base evade compared to the normal 5% evade most characters in this game have. Her hide ability also tacks another 80% onto that and reduces the chance that she will be targeted. Did I do something wrong? I'm so sorry! I was really excited to finally show someone my real face! And I feel bad that we're forcing Pierre into an encounter here. Marc-Andre's turn actually resulted in 2 ticks of bleed happening there. How unfortunate. But yeah, going into hiding not only makes her, or no, it's 50%, not 80%, but add with her base 30%, that gives her 80% evade altogether. So in addition to making Sophie less likely to be targeted, she also just has massive amounts of evade, so she will rarely be hit by anything that does check against accuracy, though unfortunately for her, a lot of attacks in the game do just a check accuracy, or evade accuracy checks anyway, so it's not as useful as it sounds. Her exposed status, on the other hand, drops her evade massively, obviously getting rid of the hide bonus, and I believe bringing her back down to the normal 5% evade that every character has. So let me see here. Rage is a target. We'll just have her go for deep cuts on Pierre. I could have her shoot out her marbles, but we don't really have an excess of those. As you can see, Pierre has a variety of clown-themed attacks to hit us with. You don't have to worry about losing this fight, because Pierre is our friend. He's actually not aiming to kill us, as you'd probably imagine, so we don't have to worry about that being an issue at all. But if you do lose the fight, you are obviously denied the reward you would get for winning it. You know, maybe this is something you need to do. You're like, fighting your fears, right? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, okay. This is like a therapeutic? Maybe. Okay. Fight me, for your own good. I'll use my clown powers, too. Oh, the beauty of clown powers. Okay, I yield. Wow, you defeated a clown all by yourself. Amazing. What do you think? Still afraid of clowns? Terrified! Well, I mean, you didn't run away, and you're still here. I'm starting to suspect I don't have the know-how to help someone overcome an extreme phobia. Do you think it helped a little, at least? I've never been more afraid. Oh no, I'm sorry. We should stop this. I'm not helping at all. Well, here, as an apology for making your fears worse, here's a little gift. You receive the clown wig and nose. Maybe embodying the thing you fear could help you a little bit. Something to try. Well, good luck conquering your fears. I think I've done everything I could. And yes, Sam just wants out of here right away. Anyways, Pierre has awarded us the clown equipment. Equipping the clown equipment gives you a variety of clown-themed abilities. A clown's uncanny wig and nose. Do you dare put something like this on? Was there a piece of armor that he gave us also? No, it was just the wig and nose. But let me see. Let's equip that real quick. Can we scope out the skills it gives you? Yes, so we get Pie Throw, which gives it is a single targeting attack skill that can blind the enemy. The Friend Pie, pie a friend or yourself in the face. Blinds and hurts the target, but they recover some stamina. Got the Rubber Mallet here. Hit him on the noggin with the large rubber mallet with a chance to stun. The Flower Squirt over here. Shoot a jet of acid from the flower pinned to your shirt. Chance to cause acid birds. Actually, not a bad ability at all. Shocking Handshake. Shocking Grasp with a chance to paralyze the target. Not too many ways to inflict paralysis in the game, so this could also be useful. And the Giant Revolver. Pull out a Joker-style giant revolver from a tiny pocket. I'm guessing that's a ballistics-based skill, so yeah, some interesting stuff you could do with the clown wig and nose, but we'll just stick to the giant rat skull for the better stats there. Time to move on to watering the plant. And here we are once again. Hey, looks like it's developed a little bit. Taking care of plants requires diligence, Sam. More than compassion, more than knowledge or a steady hand, it requires diligent care. I'm glad you have demonstrated the necessary diligence to care for this plant, Sam. It is important to me. Well, diligence is important in many respects, Helen. I value it highly, honestly. Without our diligent care, this plant would die, and I could not bear that. The plant is too important to me. So I'm relying on you, Sam, to help me care for it. Will you do that? I promise. I could never forget this, Helen. I expected no less. That is all for today. We'll return tomorrow. Alright, with that taken care of, let's get to the front door so Helen can threaten us a little bit. Sam, I'm counting on you to return tomorrow. You will not forget. I don't plan to. Next up, let's return Sophie. And here we are, once again, returning Sophie to her mother, sparing us the opportunity to feed her to a monster. Just real quick, I did check out if she has any dialogue with Jean, Sophie I mean, and she does not, sadly. Do you ever need anything? Anything. Come to us. You and your friends will always be welcome here. Suppose I might have to learn to live next to this monster now. Are you sure Jean is safe to be around now? I'm as sure as ever. She still has a lot of teeth and claws. I have a daughter to protect. No, at least she's back to her senses for now. Hopefully she can only patch those walls. She's got a few arms to spare. Alright, we will leave her to it. And now that we've returned Sophie, I feel no guilt in just raiding Harriet's apartment for every single thing she has. Like I said, we can still add Sophie into the party, and she does have some interesting new mechanics that we could potentially demo later. But we are running up on things that are reasonable to bring Sophie into combat against. As a matter of fact, in Cursed mode, Sophie is not really a wise addition to the party at all. Anything else in here? Yes, we could definitely use some cloth. We've been burning through so much of it recently. Granted, because I've wound back the clock to before we went for the mask ending, I don't have to worry about having all that cloth utilized on bandages anymore. We get 30 marbles here for if you are still using Sophie, and hey! Oh, this is actually a very rare luck-based event. You found a strange orb. Get the All-Seeing 8-Ball, and some gummy bears while we're at it. Now, the All-Seeing 8-Ball that we just got, let me see, that is not a piece of jewelry, is it? What is it? I've read about this one. I don't know it super well. Is it a weapon? Where did it go to? Is it in our items? Let me see here. Is it a usable thing? I do know that this is a, sorry, I forgot that, that Ambrose is in here. By the way, if you use the parts of Ambrose, a lot of them restore 20% of your HP, some of them restore 20% of your stamina. Sorry, Ambrose, but yeah, there is the All-Seeing 8-Ball. I believe it is an item that you can use in battle that conveys a variety of positive status effects to the user, depending on the result on the 8-Ball. This is a little bit of cross-promotion. From what I hear, this is a reference to a recently released RPG called Kingdom of the Dump. Anyways, now that that's taken care of, let's get the actual party we want to be Oh, actually, I need to get Sophie's gear back real quick. I was going to reorganize my party real quick, but I noticed that we are actually at 1500 hours, so we're pretty close to when we can do our Mazes and Wizards session with Lyle. Remember, it's 5 p.m. or 1700 hours at the earliest you can do a Mazes and Wizards session, so why don't we get the party together, or the group together, for our ongoing campaign, and let's play a little bit of Honko to pass the time until we can actually do that. With your assembled crew of pirates, you storm Havana and rescue your kidnapped daughter, Megumi, from the evil governor Sancho Panza Don Lebun, thus reuniting your family. You've done it! You've won the game! You let Joel play for most of this session, and he does a pretty good job with the strategic pirate battles. He's really excited when you finally win. It's gratifying to reunite Honko's family. And with that, the sailing and treasure hunting has gotten you to think about your own little treasure hoard. You have learned cash sock, a skill that we are never going to use, but it's there. That passes the 2 hours, and now we can do a Mazes and Wizards sesh, which I'm sure you've all just been dying to see how that narrative continues, so who am I to deny you that experience? Oh, hey, fancy running into you here, Sam. Yeah. Let's play some Mazes and Wizards. You're still all ready to play? Okay, let's start then. After preparations back in town, you set out for the Forbidden Forest in search of the hamlet of Grimsby. Your trap worked brilliantly. The mighty stag is ensnared, and you'll have enough food to make the long journey. But as you approach the magnificent beast, its eyes light with an intelligence. I am Yormaz, child of the great god Rubizal. You must not harm me. Gods mean nothing. You know what? I agree with Helen. Kill it! You apologize to the stag, but you need its meat for the next leg of your journey. It stoically accepts its fate, but warns you. Rubizal, mightiest of all gods, will remember this. His words echo in your mind as you end its life. What could this portend? I welcome Rubizal's wrath. I am not afraid. So, is eating this animal like eating a god? Taking the court magician Ignatius Fora's advice, Ninten's party sets off on the arduous journey to Grimsby. The forest is treacherous and teems with countless creatures and perils. As you draw closer to your destination, a grim aura clings to the air. Finally, through the brush, you see it, the village. But something is amiss. There's no sign of life, no sounds, no villagers. Only a deathly silence. The village square is empty. There's not a living soul in the village. What do you do? Well, we have a couple of class-specific options that we could take here that unfortunately we don't have any of the characters for, so I guess it's just time to do a little bit of investigation. Heh, I've got this. Stand back, everyone. Rolling a perception check with a +7 bonus because I've got the Astral War Master feat. There's no such thing as an Astral War Master feat, Dan! See this, chat? Our DM literally doesn't even know about the open source 3.7 rule set that allows for custom feats and spells. We're playing the standard version, Dan, and your roll failed either way. Literally the worst DM ever, chat. You should see how fast the reactions are scrolling, Lyle. The village square is empty. There's not a living soul in the village. What do you do? Well, let's call out to people. Hello? Is anyone there? You call out to the villagers, but hear only the echo of your voice in the swaying forest trees. The village square is empty, once again, so let's look for a trail. You search the town square until you find a strange tracks on the periphery leading to an inconspicuous canopied alley. That's when you see it. At the end of the alley is a mound of freshly dug earth. You cautiously approach. Suddenly, a pale, clammy hand reaches out from the mound, and then another. Ragged bodies climb from the earth and shamble towards you. Get ready. Well, let's see here. We were blessed by Ignatius! You recall the protective ward that Ignatius placed on you back at the castle. It was supposed to protect from Zalmox's dark magic and the undead. But as the undead creatures draw closer, you feel your body freezing up. You can't move. It wasn't a ward, but a hex! Unable to move, the decomposer villagers shuffle over and grab you, but they don't harm you. They drag your rigid bodies from the alley into the forest. No. I know! I'm a bard! I can sing a song of unbinding! Singing the magical bard song of unbinding, you manage to free your companions from paralysis and draw your weapons. Time to kill. Oh, we escaped? I was looking forward to getting eaten by those creatures. You made quick work of the undead creatures who were caught off guard. They were quite weak. They must have been mere servants of Zalmoxis. After the battle, you find yourself in front of an ominous stone building. A temple of some kind? The creature dragged you here, so it must be related to Zalmoxis. What could it be? Zalmoxis' hideout? A fortress of cultists? The location of a hidden treasure? Looks like we'll find out when we play next time. So, chat, that was the second round. How'd I do? I'm putting up a poll to find the MVP. Come on, chat. You know who the real leader of the group is. I don't think this is for me. but I don't mind playing. Sure is difficult pretending to be another person, isn't it? Oh, Felipe. How much time does a session take? Okay, so about 3 hours. Still, that actually works out. That'll burn enough time to pass to the next day. We are going to be going without sleep for quite a while. Anyways, let me get my actual party together now. We're going to be bringing Morton along, and I may as well provide some junk to him to see if he's got any goodies for me. Some chemicals and $80, and a machete. Ah, beautiful, Morton. Could really use the money, actually. We'll also set Morton up. Let's just optimize and see what he gets. Oh my god. This optimization goes for the worst stuff, I swear. Let me get this corrected real quick. Due to the Hellsword tanking Morton's HP, I had to cook a quick meal in order to get him back up to fighting form. Monty plops down beside Audrey and leans against her. He sighs and rests his head against her side. Man, got into another fight with Zarya. She said my drumming sucks, so I said her guitar sucks. We always fight about the stupidest stuff. I hate it. Maybe I should just go apologize. Yeah, I'll go do that. Thanks for listening, Audrey. You always give the best advice. Monty bolts off back to your room. A single can plops down into Audrey's compartment. No problem. Okay, that was good. I like that. Getting to see a bit of Monty's softer side, I suppose. Anyway, we're going to be bringing Morton along just to get him a little bit more experience for something we'll be dealing with later. With a combat knife and the teeth revolver, he also has some pretty good attacking options at his disposal. Now, to get to something I've been putting off for a while, but this is going to be great. This new area that we're going to, one of my favorite additions to the game. This place is great, and I have just been dying to get to this portion of the game. So let's get over here. Let me see. No, we want to go... Oh, no. I'm actually going the completely wrong way here. I think I would have played this game enough to remember, but it's finally time to properly explore Apartment 12. With our stained key in tow. Under the massive mucus, we see the shape of a door. It's time to finally open this door, and let's see what awaits us in what is supposedly Sybil's apartment. So, where is my stained key? Real quick, Jasper's key, there we go. The key fits! You unlock the door. Ugh, squelchy door. Ugh. Music of this place is already kind of bugging me. Hey. Where is it? Where did I put it? Hello? I can't find it. I can't. Did I lose it? Where did I put it? Where is what? Unfortunately, the drooling husk seems to be stuck on a very particular point. Sybil? Is that you? Jasper? No, don't come here. You can't see me like this. No. Jasper, you need to leave. Please, I'm leaving too. Let's leave this place. I just need to bring... Where was it? Where did I put it? You gave me this. Where did I put it? The drooling husk seems to be looking for something, but what it is doesn't seem particularly willing to inform us of. Let's take a look at these notes here. The pages and pages of stellar coordinates and objects. Notes of an amateur astronomer. Your eyes glaze over the text that has absolutely no meaning to you. M32 Starfish. RA, 5 hours, 28 minutes, 42 seconds. December, 35 degrees. Oh, blah. The game automatically skipped through that. Maybe charts written from a stargazing session? Notes from a book? Nothing too meaningful gleaned in those notes. Let's check out this room over here. And yes, I know there was a door with some fungal overgrowth. We'll get to that in a second. I want to check out this room real quick. I can't find my face. What is happening to me? I don't think you're human anymore. My eyes, I can't. You look fine? My eyes, I can't see anything. Should I go to the hospital? But what's happening to me? Are you suffering at all? My fingers are stuck to in my head. I was feeling my face, and then they stuck to it. Both of my hands now. You can feel the inside of my head. This isn't right. What happened to you exactly? I was crawling out of a hole. I think there's something wrong with me. Nothing we can do for the fleshy husk here, I'm afraid. This door is locked from the other side. How exactly can we get through it? We'll find out in due time, For now, let's take a look at these notes here. A page of stellar coordinates and objects dated from a year ago. M70, RA 18 hours, 43 minutes, 12.76 seconds. Decimeter, I think. One note draws your attention. It's highlighted in bright yellow and marked with an additional question mark. HD 187552. RA 19 hours, 51 minutes, 25.6 seconds. I'm not sure what Dec is short for. Probably not December. Probably not decimeters either, but that was the first measurement that starts in DEC that my mind went to. At the bottom of the page is an extra note. Ask Jasper to check HD 187552 with his larger aperture reflector model. I figured it's too dim to see here with the light pollution, but I could see some nearby stars just fine. It's just between Altair and Tarazed. Almost like a patch of the sky was just blotted out. Probably nothing. 187552. A few pages later, another note in a larger scrawl, written the following month. The blot moved? I think we know what Sybil was cluing into, but yeah, that number, 187552, seemed oddly emphasized. Now, there are several doors within the fungal apartment here that you will need herbicides to get through, and I might actually need to go back to get another one, or try to find another one. We might not have enough to get through this place entirely. For right now, let's grab this jug of vinegar, and this bottle of Cleaner X. And what are you? Hi. I don't remember you. Can I help you? What are you? I don't know. I don't know what I am. I've been thinking about this for days now. I'm shaking now that I'm about to say it out loud. Like saying the words will break the spell and they'll just disappear. Here goes. I think I'm not real. I might be some kind of fake person. I think I'm some kind of fake person. A homunculi. I'm still here. That's a relief. I think. Can I help you? Well, what happened to you? I remember having a life. Friends. Family. Having a life. Watching movies. Stargazing with a dear friend. But it's like, it was all a dream. It wasn't me. This was someone else's life that I inherited. And now I'm here. And all of this is all too real. And it's miserable. I'm rooted to the ground. All alone. I'm sorry, forget that. That was dramatic. I'm fine, really. Don't worry about me. I don't really matter. Come on. Don't say that. You know what? I think you matter. That's easy to say, Mr. Real Person. Do you think you'll remember me after you walk out of that door? Obviously, I'll remember you. You're just being nice to something that looks wretched. This is just pity talking. Oh, come on. You can become just as real as anyone else. I mean, have you seen the people in the apartments right now? How can I? I don't even have a past. I don't even have a name. Well, I can give you a name. You would? Okay, sure. What's my name? Well, we already had a callback to Mother, so why don't we give her the name Anna? I think that would be a nice name. Sorry, I was just kind of assuming you're a she, because Sybil is a she. Okay, sure. Is that a boy's name or a girl's name? Yeah, kind of letting my preconceived notions talking here. It's a girl's name. Alright, fair enough. Like Sybil, I suppose. You're the one with the actual experience being a person. I'll trust you on this. Okay, this is a good start. Could you help me, pull me out of this mass of flesh? I need some independence. You help Anna get up from the mass of flesh on the floor. Oh, that really hurt. I think I'm okay. Hey, nice to meet you, Anna. Nice to meet you too, Sam. This has a nice ring to it. I think I'm okay. Let's get you out of here. Hang on, I need some time. This is new territory for me. I also need to learn how to walk. All my false memories are being a biped. I'll figure it out, I think. Thank you. Well, do you need any help? This is harder than it looks. Oh, hey. Okay, yes, got it. Thanks. This is harder than it looks. You're fine? You're fine? Okay, yes, got it. Thanks. And you can keep helping Anna out here, or whatever you decide to name, he, her, they. Just keep helping them out a little bit. This is harder than it looks. Give them a little bit of support here. Okay, yes, got it. This is harder than it looks. And I think just after, the 5th or so time. Maybe one more time? This is harder than it looks. What if we just let them fall? Oh, no, there they go! This is harder than it looks. Okay, but it looks like they figured it out. Now, you don't actually... Oh, wait. Oh. Okay, yes, got it. Thanks. Okay. I don't think you don't actually need to help them out here. Oh, no. This is harder than it looks. Okay. Well, we'll let you figure it out. You don't actually need to help them out at all. Let me see. I'm gonna need a little bit more herbicide, so before it gets too late into the... Oh, damn. I might not be able to make any. That means we'll have to come back for something in here, potentially. It's getting late. You should probably go back home and sleep. It's now night. We need to, we're not going to be able to get through this door right here. Not that there's anything too notable in it. I can get the herbicide for it later. It's all my fault. All my fault. All my fault. What are you talking about? It's all my fault. I did this. It's all falling apart. All my fault. I forgive you. Not a forgivable thing. It's the other kind. All my fault. Well, okay then, you're right. It is your fault. Yes, it is my fault. It's over. It's all over. You can only watch. All my fault. Sybil? Is that you? Nothing we can do. It's my fault. All my fault. Well, she seems to be stuck in a bit of a, shall we say, lurched there. Let's take a look at this stack of notes here. A list of coordinates, each dated about 10 months ago, taken a few days apart. The coordinates seem to gradually change. It's so easy to miss. Missing star in the full night sky. If I stopped looking for it for a while, I could easily lose it forever. I have an incredible feeling about this. For a period of 2 weeks, the dates have no coordinates, just question marks. A note reads, "It moved behind a cluster of stars closer to us. We can only observe it when in front of the stars farther away. The coordinates return a few days later. It's back. It's bigger. It's moving faster. Is it getting closer?" Another note a week later. It's getting closer. Actually, I do think I need herbicide to get through this door over here. So, real quick, I'm going to see if Eugene is selling any. Unfortunately, Eugene is not selling any herbicide right now. And I can't remember offhand any, place where we could just find it. So we are unfortunately just going to have to make our own. I believe it's Cleanerex and vinegar that makes the herbicide. Yes, there we go. So with that taken care of, we're just going to have to burn a few hours so that it's morning time. I don't want to sleep because well, actually, you know what? Let's just sleep in order to get some of our energy back. Didn't you promise that you'd water that plant with Helen again today? Maybe you should do that. It's now the early morning. Another note from our roach friends here. It's primitive drawing a cockroach and a human eating something together. How nice, how nice. Let's also grab our gift from the Shadow real quick. Nothing suspicious about him. And some gummy bears acquired. I'm gonna run through the other daily routines real quick, and then we'll get back to the apartment. Well, we're on a new day. Obviously, we'll need to get to watering Helen's plant eventually, but also we've got Juicebox's playing card quest here, so I may as well grab that real quick and get my achievements, as I haven't actually done that on my own file at this point. Get our quarterback. Now back to Sybil's apartment. Or perhaps I should say the other Sybil's apartment, or the unrelated Sybil's apartment. We don't really know just yet how this connects to our neighbor, so perhaps it really is just a coincidence like Jasper seems to think. Over here, we've got a husk that is decidedly less agreeable than the other husks in this apartment. Unfortunately for them, they are not exactly going to survive too well against Joelle's teeth storm, so just take them out real quick. Another Cursed Mode edition here. This husk also comes with some help in Cursed Mode. Not that it, well, really helped them that much. Over here, we get our last stack of notes. Well, not our last stack of notes, but the last currently available stack of notes. Notes dated 7 months ago. Weird dreams. Feeling weird. Jasper 2. Feeling jumpy. Thought heard knocking on my living room wall yesterday. Freaked me out. Isn't the apartment on the other side vacant? Jasper asked Edwin. Has some good gear. He let me borrow a telescope whenever the one Jasper gave me broke. I reached out to Beryl from the library. She's expressed some interest in this before. Might be nice to make new friends. Anyway, we need help, and I swear to God, if I hear creepy knocking again, I will tear that wall down. Asbestos be damned. Creepy knocking, eh? I don't really hear anything back out in the main apartment, but I sure do now. Hey, this portion of the wall right here. Touching this part of the wall, you feel a gap under the fleshy growth. There may be a doorway hidden underneath. Use herbicide to clear the way? Yes, indeed. You reveal a passage. Inside this passage, another bundle of notes. Notes dated 6 months ago. This place creeps me out, but it seems like it's all mine. Barrel's been building a coordinate map. Edwin isn't quite as involved, but he's been helping me attain a lot of equipment. There's something wrong with my eyes. I'm seeing, I don't know, weird things, shadows, that distract me from my work, which is all I can think about. I'm taking a sabbatical from actual work. The big project is coming along, but there's more work ahead. The discs are complete. I believe there's enough space for it in the apartment. It will work. Need to keep an eye on my watch here to make sure we don't lose too much time and accidentally forget to water Helen's plant. Not too concerned about that, but would probably do well to be mindful. Get a healing spray in there. And we've got a door with a numerical keypad that needs a 6-digit code. Do we know any 6-digit codes? Let's come back to that in a bit. There's probably some more we can still explore here. Some pistol bullets for the pistol that we don't have. I suppose I could kill Eugene for his custom handgun, but, well, I don't really want to do that to him. Feels like it would be a little cruel and a little unnecessary, just in my humble opinion. Some bandages here, which honestly I'm thankful for. We've been very light on healing items, and that knocking is getting louder, I swear. Down this way, looks like we've got some magnum bullets here. Nice rare pickup for us, plus a pitchfork, less rare and more I just don't really find the need to use something like that all too often. Alright, heading back up into here, we'll of course check out this door over here. Another bundle of note, plus some rifle bullets, which we've used up a good amount of those, so I'll be very appreciative to have those. Some shuriken, a tonic, and another bundle of notes. Notes dated to 5 months ago. Jesper said I'm losing my grip on things. I told him to leave, but he's right. I haven't slept in 3 days just so I can track the visitor. I'm losing myself. When I look at the pattern of its movement, I can see it clearly. It's coming to us. It's coming to me. It's coming because of me. It wants to communicate with me. I'm sure of it. The shadows must be a related form of communication. They are real, I am certain. I can't tell Jasper or Beryl. I see shadow when I don't focus in my eyes. I see them now. The planetarium is done. Mostly. Planetarium. I just want to double check real quick. I feel like I accidentally skipped through a line of dialogue there. Look at the pattern of his movement. Okay, no, I didn't. Looked like there were two pieces of dialogue that went really quick. Anyway, checking out over here. Well, first, let's grab these submachine gun bullets over here. And then, we've got a set of house keys. Apartment 35 keys. Huh. We have the keys to Sybil's apartment. Our Sybil's apartment. Is it just me, or did it get darker in here? Do you guys hear that knocking? Where's that coming from? Are we trapped? Whoa! And we've got another shade. Obsession. We're going to just go all out with our strongest attacking options. As a shade-type enemy, unfortunately, the spider's attacking options are not so great against this guy. I also just forewent equipping the flamethrower for this battle, because it's not really going to matter too much. We've got enough... Oh, actually, no. Wow, this guy actually does not... Wow. He does not have the normal shade-type resistances. Honestly, to his detriment, pretty severely here, as we have a lot of powerful options to just absolutely beat him down. He's only got about 333 or 330 HP, so we should be able to take him out no problem on the next round of combat. Unfortunately, Morton has taken a bit of debuff there with the confusion stats. He's not going to be able to help us out too much in that condition. One more Teeth Storm, and let's actually go for Dark Knives here to finish this guy off. And get to these Shadow Knives. There's a little bit of discrepancy between the attack names there. One more Teeth Storm. There we go. Obsession, not a particularly threatening Shade-type enemy. Again, he doesn't even have the normal Shade-type resistances. Let's get out of here now. So, as you can see, the lighting is a little bit broken now. Not a big deal, but it is annoying how so often the Shade-type enemies result in that happening. Now, I can only think of one 6-digit code or one 6-digit number that we've heard of recently. 187552. There we go. Inside here, it's... I think I recognize this pattern. This is the planetarium that Sybil was talking about. In their notes, I mean. I wonder, this center, if you insert a disc-shaped object here, what if we put in the sun disk? There we go. Perhaps I should check these notes over here as well. Notes dated from 4 months ago. I'm changing. Because of the visitor, I'm sure of this. Because I looked, because it looked back. Jasper thinks he saw a visitor, but he didn't. Only me. I accidentally gave him the wrong coordinates. Numbers from before it moved. He saw nothing. So why is he changing too? He should not be changing. Don't understand. He's not changing as much as me. I saw too much. I'm afraid to see myself in the mirror now. I'm afraid all I see are shadows now. I'm losing myself. I'm already lost. Now, this door down here has got a electrical lock on it. This door, unfortunately, has a padlock on it, so we need some kind of key to get through that. I mean, well, you know, theoretically we could also break it, but, you know, video game logic. Inside this room, find a muffin, boarded up doors, and, yeah, nothing we can do with that. Nothing else of interest in here, really. Not really sure what the point of this room is. How's our time doing? We're doing great on time. Moving back into here. Thankfully, you do not have to have, you do not have to remember the layout of the planets in our solar system from your elementary school classes where you learned about such things. The disks are put into your inventory in the correct order, going from the sun outward. So Mercury, first planet from the sun. Venus, the one that I know offhand is Earth is the third rock from the sun. Obviously, Mars is the fourth one, since Mars is the closest one out that is not within the vicinity of the sun and make it completely inhospitable. Then we've got Jupiter right here, and put down Saturn right here. Told you that finally had a use. Inside this one, we can slap down Uranus, and remember that Pluto is no longer a formal planet, it is just a dwarf planet. Also, you do not die if you place the negative disk, which, that's another avenue for a game over, but sadly, not one we can see. Let's slap down the Neptune disk. And there we go. Suggestion for a curse mode change. Put the discs into the inventory in a random order, so people actually have to know this. Haha. I have good ideas for this game. It's almost noon. Over here, notes dated 3 weeks ago. I understand. I've not been this lucid in months. I need to write while I still can. What I've discovered is inconceivably dangerous and must never be learned by anyone else. The world is in danger. I've stopped trying to communicate with them. I cannot put them in danger. I cannot allow them to know what I've learned. But I have left instructions. Hints to guide them in the right direction, without telling them the truth. They must never know, or the world will die, and my fate will be theirs. I hope Jasper is able to find what I left him. I wish I could have showed him in different circumstances. I'm sorry. I've begun the process. There's no going back now. I'm forgetting so much already. I'm already starting to forget their faces. I hate it. I haven't cried in a long time. I guess this body can still do that. What the hell could she have discovered? Over here, various parts. Is this a telescope? Well, let's take these real quick. Yeah, it looks disassembled. You know, Jasper was hoping we could find anything. Perhaps we should bring this to him. Also, we'll be taking all our discs back, even though I don't need them. I just kind of like having them in the inventory, so yeah. Let's just grab all these real quick. Of course, we could use the Earth and Mars disc to just open up that door to the ground floor once again, so it's a little bit more convenient to travel back to it, since the elevator is weirdly out of the way. That's pretty funny to me. Now, there is one thing you can do with the telescope pieces real quick. If you go over to the drooling husk over here, she has been looking for something. There are a number of items that you can show to the drooling husk, but only one of them is correct. If you show her the telescope pieces... Oh, there it is. Thank you. The creature takes the pieces from you, but is broken. As usual, I'll need to take it to him. He knows how to fix it. Thank you, friend. A more overt hint as to where to take those, but she immediately forgets that she has them, and unfortunately, there is no way to get them back from the drooling husk if you hand them off to her. You do have to kill the drooling husk to get them back. Jasper, what are you doing? I don't understand. I feel really bad about this, but we do need those telescope pieces back, so we're just going to put the drooling husk out of her misery. She isn't even aware of the fact that she has them, and thus we have them back. The drooling husk becomes a part of the fleshy mass once again. Wonder how the spider husk is doing. Anna, I should give her proper name. Hey, you're moving around pretty quickly, Anna. I'll be running marathons in no time. You watch out. Good for you, good for you. Glad to see she's doing well. I wonder if she's going to be able to move beyond this apartment at all. We'll just have to keep an eye on her progress. Now, let's go visit Jasper real quick. Hey, Jasper, I have something for you. For the first time, we're going to give Jasper a non-offering item that actually prompts a reaction from him. We're going to give him the telescope pieces. What is this? This is Sybil's. Was this in her home? It's a telescope I got her 2 years ago. Just a piece of junk. It broke constantly. We'd spend nights looking through it until the sun came up. She never got the knack of fixing it. Always brought it to me when it fell apart. I figured she would have gotten rid of it by now. She's gotten much better equipment since. This is just junk. I can't believe she kept it all this time. She never threw it out. Oh, I fixed it again. I wasn't even thinking. I've done this so many times before, it just kinda happened. Here, it should work now. Please take good care of it. It means a lot to me. And we get the fixed telescope. Now Jasper just goes back to his usual routine. Well, with that collected, there's obviously one thing we need to do now. That's right, it's time to finally properly investigate this safe inside the basement. What did you think we were going to do? If you remember, we got the code for this so long ago. 19543. Yes, this is where the crossword puzzle goes to. Inside you find... stairs? There's a small staircase leading down. How strange. It is worth noting that, of course, we just grinded out the crosswords and then reloaded our save after we got the code, so we haven't technically completed the crossword puzzles properly within this file. Frankie has actually admitted that he's aware that you can just do this, but he's fine with people taking advantage of it as of the current version of the game. Will he change his mind in future updates? We'll find out. We'll find out. But, making your way into the staircase inside the safe, a stone coffin. The inscription reads, "Here lies Wilhelmina von Kreuzwort." Sorry, my German is not German is not a language I know super well. Your words belong to her. I do not mean to defame the dead, but my words, they belong to me. Will you open this coffin? Wilhelmina. A puff of dust erupts from within. When it clears, you see yet another set of stairs. It smells of moldering paper. And Morton, this is actually an area where Morton, for the first time in the game, is actually super helpful to have along. We are inside the crossword dungeon. At long last, the sepulchral seal has been sundered. The ossuary of Wilhelmina von Kreuzwort, Kaiserin of the crossword, yawns once more. Hither, votary of ink and script, partake in this proffered prize, should you possess the metal. She is saying, we have freed her from her tomb, and is offering a reward. I cannot make out the speech in the background. I'm not quite sure what it is saying. Inside the crossword tomb, as you can see, we have a lot of Scrivener-type enemies here, with numerous, words scrawled across them. We are just going to take them out with, overwhelming force, honestly. These guys are fairly resistant to shadow-type skills, but we do have plenty of other options that work well on them. Not Marc-Andre. Marc-Andre, though, has grown to level 8. We should be able to finish this guy off with conventional force. I want to conserve Joel's HP here, as he is not really given too many good opportunities to heal. One nice thing about a lot of these guys is that they give bandages for us. I'm listening carefully to the words in the background track for this area, and I'm just now realizing they're whispering crossword puzzles. Of course. I mean, obviously, what else would they be whispering? But still, it is kind of funny. that is the background music for this place. Definitely check it out on your own time. Here we've got the co-offers here. We're just going to blast this guy down with a Teeth Storm, hit him with some pain, and keep using our Tooth Magnum shots here. Fortunately, we're going to... Oh, damn, this guy is very resistant to Shadow-type skills. Fortunately, he is not resistant to Teeth Storm. Well, he's, not many things are, but, you know, not overly resistant. Anyways, let's go check this, further tomb here. There's a golden coffin suspended by chains. Hither, it is I, the illustrious Kaiserin Wilhelmina von Kreuzwort, though presently fettered by the lugubrious catafalque of my captors. 2 words of release yet constrict me. Decamp now to my incarcerators, and vociferate the words that with stentorian fervor I shall requite you with your rightful guerdon. Go with alacrity. I'm sorry, I'm too dumb for this. Long have I anticipated your advent. Are you Auntie Wilma? What a fantastical cognomen! Should it befit your fancy, you may henceforth address me so. Go! Okay, I'm not gonna do that again. Why are you inside that? My incarcerators shall endeavor to promulgate that I am a primordial malignancy, confined for the safeguarding of all humanity. Balderdash! Hokum! Flummery! The embellished truth, however, is that my words challenge only the dominion of the puissant. I merely enunciated words of an unvarnished truth. Go with alacrity. Okay, who are your captors? Merely the victors of a strife long consigned to antiquity. Their time has been over for eons. Now is my time. Our time. Okay, and how will you reward me? I offer the paramount recompense, life everlasting. On my word, you shall take your place beside my throne and wield dominion over the world with me. There is always a catch with such propositions, yes. Okay, I'm feeling Morton's got the right idea there, but we'll humor her for a little more. How are you speaking to me? You perceive my words within the sanctum of your mind, through telepathy. It seems that you, too, are endowed with the gift of words. Like you, I would rather cross words than cross swords. Go. Okay, we'll leave her to that. So, as she said, there are 2 seals on the tomb that we need to free. Let me take care of this guy real quick. I would just like to say that Marc-Andre has thrown 2 of my tonics at the enemies thus far. For 10,000 years I have stood guard over the Kaiserin's tomb. Her misdeeds are manifold, and cannot be reduced to mere words. Still, if you seek to unmake the seal of keeping upon the Kaiserin, you must speak the word of release, though I beg you not to do so. I am bound by the words of honor to allow you to try. Speak thus, a tentative word for the following symbol. Invoke the word of release. This one is easy. It's called, an octothorpe. Okay, Octothorpe it is. Thank you, Morton. Yes, Morton will let you know the answers to these puzzles, though the answer is the same regardless of if you have him along or not. If you get the puzzle wrong, you will be hit with a party-wide attack that also has a chance to inflict poison, as well as Auntie Wilma just yelling at you. You have satisfactorily recited the word of release. My body is the seal. You must now destroy it. I suppose I should have seen that one coming. Anyway, Teeth Storm coming through. Yeah, these guys, much like the center one, not really going to stand up too well to that. Oh, hey, the spider's basic attack is effective against that guy. And here we go. Yes, yes! The seal is vitiating! The room tremors as unseen locking mechanism unclasped. Heavy chains clang and grind against the ground nearby. And with that, one of the seals on Auntie Wilma has been released. Now we just need to get the other one, which is naturally on the other side. I don't feel like fighting that guy, so we're just going to make our way around him as best we can. Oh man, is he closing in? Okay, if you want to die so bad... Some people, I swear. But hey, it's at least free bandages. I'm just now noticing the horrifying state that some of these people are in. The corpse was skinned. Goodness gracious. Over here... For 10,000 years I have stood guard over the Kaiserin's tomb. Her reign of terror, which defies all words, lives on in the unwritten unconscious memories of mankind. If you seek to unmake the seal of keeping upon the Kaiserin, you must speak the word of release, though to do so would doom mankind to an unspeakable fate. Speak thus, a 7-letter word for a person who never laughs. Yes, do it! Invoke the word of release! Let me think. I believe it's age-last. Or Aglast? I'm not sure. This one I picked the wrong word every single time. I did not think it would be age-last, so thank you, Morton, for correcting me on that, because I am an idiot with a poor vocabulary. My body is the seal, you must now destroy it. Once again, we are just going to hit this guy with the strongest options we have at our disposal. I'm actually just going to have Spider do a normal attack there, then go for the carve with Morton, since it's a little bit more effective than shooting. There we go. Give me my bandages, and release the seal once more. Yes, yes! The seal is vitiating! The room tremors as some unseen locking mechanism unclasps. Heavy chains clang and grind against the ground nearby. There we go. Auntie Wilma has been freed. Let's see. Is that some flayed skin stretched on a frame? I think I know what she's doing with that skin there. Pile of vellum. The The sarcophagus remains closed, though the chains that held it have retracted. Exceptional! Simply stupendous! My emancipation is within reach, as is your just recompense. Lift the lid of my sepulchral chest, and I shall divulge the final step. Okay, open the lid. It takes all your might, but you manage to push open the sarcophagus lid. Yes, yes, liberty is so close. I can taste it. My deliverance is nigh. Only a single deed stands between you and your merited recompense. You can't explain how or why, but a word forms in your head. An ominous word, a word from a language long forgotten, that has not been uttered in untold eons. Pronounce the word of power. Okay, I'll say it. Say the word of power. A word that you don't know and would never even conceive escapes your lips, as if of its own volition. As the golden chains that bound the witch evaporate, you realize something. This was a mistake. Your sobriquet, your appellation, give me your name. You don't remember responding, but you know that your name is now hers. Capital, you're doing superlatively. Now, your integument, surrender your dermis. You are engulfed in white-hot pain. Your skin tears itself off your body and crawls toward her like a slug. You can still feel your skin wraps itself around her legs and crawls up her body. Bit of a typo there. Oh, no, wait, never mind. As your skin, sorry, I was misreading. Outstanding. Your oculi next. Expeditiously now. Don't you want to govern by my side? Your eyes squirm out of their sockets, of their own accord, growing spindly, spider-like legs to dig themselves out of your skull. They pull at your optic nerves until they snap. The eyeballs skitter onto the witch and bury themselves into her back. The pain and shock are too much. You begin to fade away. No, don't perish on me. You're to remain animate, zoetic, and cognizant for this. In fact, I want you to cochinate. You understand. You erupt in laughter. Exemplary. Now your glossa. She takes her tongue next, then your heart and brain. By the time she's done, there's nothing left of you but a giggling husk. She never rescinds her command to laugh, and so you continue laughing as you witness her horrible rise to power. As promised, you remain by her side for all time, a wretched, cackling lump.
Word up. It's the cold word. No matter where you say it, you'll know that you'll be heard.
Nah, I'm just teasing, but yes, that is a new bad ending for the game, the Word of Power ending. Obviously, you get it by saying the word of power that Auntie Wilma instructs you to say. What happens if we refuse, though? You teeter at the precipice. One articulation of the word suffices. Invoke the word of power. No. Then I will compel your submission. And, of course, if we refuse her, a fight is upon us. Endless bractacean vomitus, let them be endeared in place by the endless regurgitation of frogs! Excuse me, I don't want to bother you, but I believe you meant to use the word immured, not endeared. I was merely preoccupied. Cease your importuning. And there we go. That is the value of bringing Morton to the Auntie Wilma fight. Wilma will try to hit you with unique status effects that only she can use, but she will make a flub with the incantation. Most of our party members cannot catch that flub, and thus cannot interrupt it, allowing the curse to go through. Morton, on the other hand, points out the verbal error, the verbal, I'm trying to find a fancy word now. He just points out the error that she makes, interrupting the curse and preventing it from actually going through. If that curse were to go through, she would hit us with the Curse of Frogs, which is has a 70% chance of hitting the entire party, and by hitting the chance of hitting the entire party, I mean it goes against each individual member of the party, and it causes them to lose 10 health per turn for 1, 2, 3 turns. So it's basically just a stronger poison status. With that stuff, we are just able to get to work on trying to hit her with all the DOT effects that we have. We'll also have Joel go for his standard stuff, we will have Spider go for his pain, and we will have Morton trying to inflict the deep cuts there. So let's just get Auntie Wilma set up here. Wilhelmina uses the power of Shatter, but, oh boy, yeah, that is a lot of pain on her. Speaking of pain, even more, she does have Shadow resistance, so it's not as strong as it could be. Oh, come on, Marc-Andre. He keeps doing that. Stop it, Marc-Andre. Seriously, I don't need you making this fight harder for me. Let's have Joelle gum up the works here. Let's go to get one more deep cut on her. The frog curse is not the only curse that Wilhelmina can try to hit us with. She also has incidental curses, like the Curse of Blind there. And get a reckless swing in there. There we go. All the bleed we could ever want. Joelle is going to be recovering even more HP. And, okay. He used the tonic on the entire party that time, so that's at least something. Cartilagium comi inutus. Trilitate the osseous remnants of this ignoble thrall. I don't mean to do this again, but, trilitate is not a word. I believe you mean triturate. You fatuous mountebank! You flummoxing! And yes, Morton interrupts the Broken Bones curse. Wilhelmina will try to inflict broken bones on the last person that she targeted, temporarily reducing their max HP, attack, and defense by 50% for up to 6 turns, with a minimum of 3 turns. With that taken care of, we are ready to just go all out on the offensive here. Let's have Morton try to fight through his blindness and hit the multi-shot here. Get another Teeth Storm going. Wilhelmina goes for her next attack, hitting the entire... Well, okay, she hit 2 characters, not the entire party. Not quite. And go for 3 Magnum rounds there. Fortunately, able to hit through the blindness. And Marc-Andre going in for the hit here. Oh, we slayed her! If she managed to get another turn, she would attempt to hit us with the Curse of Seizing, which would cause the target to be given a unique stun status that would prevent them from acting from 2 to 4 turns. Wilhelmina, the Witch of Crosswords, has breathed her last. You feel her lingering power of language fill you for a moment. You may be able to speak something into existence. What shall you create? Well, how about a sword? You speak a word of power. The witch's wretched body reforms itself into a sword. Her foul will lives on in its black blade. She is eager to part people from their heads. We find the spell sword, Morton von Kreuzfurt. It has a nice ring to it, yes? Indeed. And we have gotten Morton his satisfying conclusion. Not specifically a character quest for him, because you don't need to bring him along, but it is one of the few areas where Morton actually manages to help out as a party member, since he's not particularly good otherwise. That spell sword that we got, one of 3 possible items. The other one is a spear, which Sam is not capable of using, so we're not even going to bother with that. And a hammer, which I forget if Sam is capable of using that. The spell sword, though, he should be able to use if we so desire. This is a sword that gives you some unique vocab-based skills when you use it. The Sharp Tongue, bolstered by the user's vocabulary and causes bleed. The Song of the Worms, powerful spell that hits 3 targets at random, bolstered by the user's vocabulary and may confuse target. And the Eldritch Voice, a powerful spell against 1 target, empowered by the user's vocabulary. Note that all of those say empowered by the user's vocabulary. What does that mean? Every character in the game has a hidden vocabulary stat, and that affects their ability to deal damage with those vocab-based skills. Young characters like Joelle and Sophie have very limited vocabularies, as do dumb characters like Dan and Monty. Morton, on the other hand, as he's demonstrated, has an excellent vocab stat, so he can do a lot of damage with the vocabulary-based skills. Sam's vocab is a bit interesting. His base vocab stat is 10, and Morton's is 40, for the record, but he can increase it by playing the Auntie Wilma, crossword video game. Note that your vocab stat does not improve by playing the standard crossword puzzles, because obviously if it did, this weapon would be obscenely powerful by the time you did get it. You can play Auntie Wilma's crossword challenge as much as you want to keep boosting Sam's vocab stat, boosting it beyond Morton's and beyond if you so desire. Further than Morton's, I should say, and beyond if you so desire. Though obviously there is a time limit on how much you can spend playing Auntie Wilma's crossword challenge. Anyway, with that taken care of, I think that is where we'll call it a video. As always, I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope to... I'm kidding! Let's use the apartment 35 key, okay? Okay, I was just teasing. Don't get mad. And, well, we're here. We're inside Sybil's apartment. You can see your living room from here, but where is Sybil? Well, this should be her bedroom, of course. It's a little messy in here. Come on, Sybil, you aren't expecting guests? Well, probably not. You can see your bedroom from here, but no sign of Sybil. She's always posted by these peepholes, so I'm surprised we're not seeing her. Did you guys just hear a door open? Whoa, hey! Stay back! I'm armed! Sam? Sam! Jesus Christ! You scared the hell out of me! What are you doing here? Sybil! You're not a horrific eye mutant! And, I found your house keys, I guess. Oh, my house keys? Where were they? I was looking for those. I still had my spare, but I guess I dropped them when I was bringing groceries or something. Such a mess here. I would have cleaned up a bit if I had known you'd come over. Well, hey, you got a nice shirt at least. Oh, yeah, I mean, I don't think I've done laundry in weeks. So, what's up? Well, how you doing? I mean, aside from the end of the world as we know it, I'm doing alright. Let's chat. What do you want to talk about? Well, about the thing outside. Yeah, it's scary, huh? Something is out there. You can really feel its presence. Just outside, right? Like a predator with a scary face waiting to claw your eyes out the moment you look. Sometimes I get the urge to fling open the drapes and look. Not that I want to die or anything. Just to get it over with. Of course, that's stupid. Looking outside messes you up. It doesn't make the thing go away. I turn into something ugly and the predator is still waiting out the window for round 2. Anxiety's still there. Life just sucks even more. And, well, tell me about you. There isn't much to talk about. Been unemployed for a while. I used to work, that's embarrassing. I don't know. Where did I work? Man, I have some bad brain fog today. How'd you know about the 15 days? You know, that is a really good question. We never really thought too much about that, but how does Sybil know that there's 15 days until the visitor is gone? What do you mean? I think everyone knows that, right? It's a 2-week thing. Whatever it is, it's just passing through. Just visiting. I must have heard it on TV. Do you think it's some kind of fake rumor or something? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I heard it on TV. And about Jasper. Tell me about Jasper. Jasper? Is that someone you know? I mean, the name rings a bell, but can't really place it. Do you need anything from me? Yeah, a shower. Apologies for all this, by the way. Well, there's only one last avenue of conversation with Sybil. I have something for you. Oh? What is it? Now, if you came here with just the broken telescope pieces, Sybil would have no reaction to that. But if you come here with the fixed telescope... What is this? Why'd you bring me this? This is the telescope he gave me. Jasper. Oh no. What did I do? What did I do? What did I do? I saw the visitor, and it saw me. It reached out to me. To us. This is my fault. It's all my fault. Everything. I'm the reason the visitor came here. It was me. Did I doom the world, Sam? Come on, no, you didn't do that, Sybil. Come on. How? How is it not my fault? I mean, it was an accident. Sure, it was an accident at first, but Edwin warned us. He had the right idea. He wanted us to get rid of everything. Maybe if we'd listened. It's too dangerous for me to remember this. To remember everything. I need to forget. I'm a threat to the whole world. In some ways, a bigger threat than the visitor itself. I have knowledge that puts every one of us in danger. I need to revert this. I need to make myself forget again. I need to let this part of me die. Don't bring the memories back. Please stop your research of my notes. Let this die. Can you please promise me this? My memories are dangerous. There are things we humans should not know. Toxic, corrosive knowledge. I can feel that knowledge seeping into the world, around me as we speak. It is corrupting the very air we breathe. Promise me that you won't try to bring me back. Promise me that you will stop searching for the truth. You will let this lie. Do it for me. For everyone else. Promise me you will let this secret die. But I need to know. Then I guess we're at an impasse. If you really want to know, you'll have to kill me. I'm serious, Sam. I can feel the world changing the more we talk about it. Don't you understand, Sam? This knowledge will destroy the world. I did this to myself, forced myself to forget, lost myself to prevent this. A promise you will let this secret die. But what about Jasper? It breaks my heart to leave him like this. I hope he knows that he meant a lot to me, even if I didn't show it much. But he is too involved with all of this. There's too much at stake. Just hearing his voice could be enough to bring all the memories back. Can you, make sure he's okay? He needs a friend. He's no good at making friends. He's a bit off-putting, and that's before he got transformed. I like Jasper. We'll be friends. I'm so happy to hear that. Thank you. Maybe he'll be okay. You can't kiss him, though. I'll get you if you do that. I have eyes and ears everywhere, so I'll know. Promise you'll let this secret die. Okay. I promise. Thank you, friend. You have more wisdom than I do. What Jasper's doing is right. It's what I wanted. He's not just doing it for me. He's doing it for the world, and he gave up everything, so please stand with him. Now leave. I need to revert all of this. Sorry that I can't give you those answers you want. I haven't known you for very long, but considering how confusing my life is, how I don't really speak to anyone else, your friendship has meant a lot. I just want you to know that. Thank you for being so kind to your weird new neighbor. I can feel myself fading. Sorry. I can't go back. I have to forget everything, or the world is in danger. Please forget this conversation. Just don't forget the promise. And with that, Sybil ushers us out. And if you go back in... Sam, nice to see you again. So, what's up? Sybil has forgotten. She has reverted herself. She does not remember, and she kept the telescope, so you can't remind her once again. But, as you can see, a new option has appeared. We could attack Sybil. We're not going to do that right now. I really miss my friends. I haven't seen them in a long time. Well, at least I made a new friend in the meantime. I hope I won't lose you too. Take care of yourself, Sam. Now, promising to Sybil unlocks a new ending for us. Just making the promise. There is also another thing that could happen if we were to attack Sybil. Let me see real quick here. I just want to think about something. There's one last thing I'd like to check out before we actually properly save and end this video, because with the promise made, and the chance to violate said promise, we are now in the true endgame of Look Outside. We've done all the mandatory things that we need to do, and there is just some optional content to get to. Well, of course, I have to collect the true offerings also, but that takes up hardly any time, and we've already seen it. But there are a couple of side things that I have not quite yet gotten to. First off, something we took care of a long time ago, and haven't really had a chance to address, because there's been so much else going on. We got that iris key, and we've been coming across a handful of eye-themed doors. If you take said iris key, and investigate the eye doors, and just take your iris key, pop that in, you insert the long key into the iris. You feel like you can now push the wall open. With that, we have found another avenue for entering the meat dimension. There are several entrances to the meat dimension all over the apartment complex, and you need iris keys to get into most of them. We've seen one of them that required a sapper charge, and now we have entered our first iris key location. Now, there's not just one iris key in the game. There are several, and all of the iris keys will need to be collected if you want to open up every path into the meat dimension. We will be going through, most of them are found within the meat dimension itself. There is one more we can get outside of the meat dimension, and we are going to be taking care of that along with several other bonus encounters that are available for us as of the 2.01 update. So, yeah, next time is going to be a bonus boss bonanza, plus proper exploration of the meat dimension, or as much as I feel like going into within the context of that video. We'll have to see how long I end up spending on it. Granted, we've been going for longer videos just because there's been so much interesting stuff to show off. I can't stop myself, honestly. It's just too good. So yeah, that's where we're really going to end the video. As always, I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope to see you next time. And before you ask, no, Sybil does not have any new dialogue at her peephole regarding the fact that we met her IRL, and you still save by talking to her at the peephole. Kinda silly, honestly, but whatever. Hopefully that gets corrected in another future update.
I don't dispute the doubts you've outlined, no. But it's am I right to waste your time?